Steven Universe is the property of Cartoon Network, Rebecca Sugar, and its respective owners. Any and all footage or images have been used for the sole purpose of critique or parody, and as such are protected under fair use. Please support the official release. Hey, how are you? I'm SliceofOtaku, and I want to talk to you about Future Vision. I love this ability. I think it's one of the most interesting ones in the entire series, and that may be because it's just so complex. But because it's this complex, not everyone understands it. With this video, I'm hoping we can change that. I firstly want us all to keep in mind that nobody can see into the definite future. Future vision is the ability to see the various paths in which fate may take. These are possibilities, and some are more likely than others, but none can be 100% dismissed until the appointed time comes about. To truly understand future vision, we have to take a look at each of its known incarnations, and the best place to start has to be Sapphire, the core. The Future Vision ability stems from Sapphire and is a rarity on Homeworld, which made her a high-class gem of clarity. Yellow Diamond states that Sapphires are capable of foreseeing the purpose behind a specific war, because whereas Scouts may be capable of illustrating the beneficial resources and geographic attributes of a potential planet, a Sapphire may be capable of illustrating the potential dangers of engagement. When presented with the potential dangers and benefits, the Diamond Authority may then decide to proceed or pass without getting their hands dirty to procure such information. Sapphire naturally has a very passive nature and is in no way built for combative purposes. Due to this, Sapphire's future vision is limited to futures free from her own intervention. Future vision is almost synonymous with Sapphire's thought process, so she tends to share her predictions with others often, which is her primary purpose. Because future vision encompasses the majority of her being and is so closely associated with her even passive mind state, she is prone to becoming cold towards events that may transpire around her. Think of future vision as a hurricane, in which Sapphire is the center, the eye of the storm. The range of her future vision is massive and expansive, so much so that her actual vision, her perception of what's before her, is lessened. And for those of you who may not know, the eye of the storm, the center of the storm, is calm, because everywhere around it is spiraling, just rippling destruction and mayhem. But at its core, it's calm, there's nothing going on, it's tranquil. So on Homeworld, Sapphires have to be pampered and taken care of, because they may not recognize their own immediate needs as well as some other gems may. Also, with such tunnel vision, it would be incredibly difficult to engage in combat alone. Although, Sapphires could make for incredibly effective navigators as seen in the episode Jailbreak, in which Sapphire is capable of locating Ruby in a matter of seconds. By exploring the many pathways and possibilities displayed by her future vision, she is capable of creating a mental map of her surroundings and acts as a sort of GPS. The fewer possibilities, the more potent and accurate future vision may be. For instance, future vision is far less reliable on Earth than it would be on Homeworld. On Earth, anything can happen. There are nowhere near as many restrictions and rules as there are on Homeworld, so a Sapphire's future vision flourishes in environments with a low amount of variables. From Sapphire, we can move on to Garnet, which adds Ruby into the mix, dramatically altering future vision into something new and unique to her. Ruby is one to panic. It is incredibly difficult for her to keep calm, and this seems to trickle into their future vision. Garnet is able to foresee a multitude of future outcomes regardless of how nonsensical they may be, because the inclusion of Ruby is the inclusion of paranoia in some capacity. Garnet also needs to concentrate to utilize her future vision capabilities, which displays a sort of disconnection made by Ruby. It's no longer second nature, but instead something that must be consciously activated, and she must have a purpose behind it. She has to be looking for or anticipating something, unlike Sapphire, who may unconsciously pick up on things. Because of all this, it seems like Ruby sort of tainted future vision and it's lost a bit of potency. And although Garnet doesn't have the same range of sight as Sapphire does, she is able to include herself in her predictions. This is very important as it can simultaneously keep her out of harm's way and allow her to take a more active role in the future of others. Ruby was able to defy the pathway of fate, and this holds true even as Garnet. Despite all the drawbacks this may present, Garnet is able to effectively decide her own future rather than just witness it. Garnet also has the ability to share her future vision with others temporarily via a kiss. At this point, We don't yet know if this is exclusive to Garnet or if Sapphire can do the same, but I do think it would make sense for this to be limited to just Garnet. By being a fusion, she is already sharing her future vision. Another thing is, because future vision doesn't envelop the majority of her psyche as it does with Sapphire, she doesn't share her visions of the future as often. But this could also be attributed to her leadership tendencies. In the episode Gem Heist, Sapphire divulged the information that their plan will probably not work, which led to some skepticism. And if Garnet was in that position, I don't think that she would do the same. I think that she would hold that to herself and just do her thing. So, we've covered both Sapphire and Garnet. But if you think we're done, then you'd be wrong, because there is one more incarnation of future vision that is far less explored, but incredibly intriguing. That being the case of Sardonyx. Now, Sardonyx is the fusion of Ruby, Sapphire, and Pearl. The leadership of Garnet combined with the controlling nature of Pearl results in the Ringmaster, the extravagant ceremonial centerpiece that is Sardonyx. She desires attention and is very perceptive of how others feel about her, but fails to recognize how she may make others feel, thus retaining the Eye of the Storm mentality, otherwise lost in Garnet due to Ruby's inclusion. The future vision of Sardonyx is so expansive that it expands beyond even the reaches of her own world, seeping into our own. Sardonyx breaks the fourth wall on numerous occasions, addressing us as the viewers and acknowledging her existence as a cartoon character. It's pretty trippy. She is also very adept when it comes to calculations, as we can see with her careful dismantling of the communication hub. Although, this could be attributed to multiple capabilities displayed in both Garnet and Pearl beyond just future vision. I would have loved to investigate Sugalai's future vision, but unfortunately, we never really get to see her utilize the ability. Maybe the inclusion of Amethyst's reckless behavior onto Ruby's already impulsive nature dilutes the ability of future vision to such a substantial degree that it's not all that useful. Maybe we'll get our answer one day. I hope so. But I also hope that you enjoyed this video, and in the comments I'd like to know which iteration of future vision is your favorite, Sapphire's, Garnet's, or Sardonyx. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to let me know by liking it and subscribing if you haven't already. Share this video with anyone you'd like to be around in the future, and have an awesome day. I love you.